we've got you covered. From WSIL, this is News 3 at 6.
Well, good evening, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for letting us be part of your holiday this evening. I'm here with meteorologist Garrett Hamilton. We've got all of our folks in the control room and in the newsroom right now. We are so thankful for all of you, and we hope that whatever you're doing today and whatever you did today, you are happy and healthy and content. We are going to turn things over to Garrett right now for a check of our weather because Garrett, right now, folks, probably winding down, but it's going to be chilly overnight, isn't it? All right, thank you, Garrett. And we do want to remind you to be safe tonight. The village of Craneville is still under a boil order. So whether you've been cooking today or hopefully you're finally about to sit down, maybe take a load off, make sure you're either boiling your water or using water bottles. You can also filter your water too. Police say they will keep us and everyone updated on when things are back to normal. And right now, folks, in Cape, you have been under a boil order, but we have good news tonight. That has been lifted. Officials say a water main also had to be repaired. So again, the boil order in Cape Girardeau is lifted. You are good to go on using your water. People across the U.S. today shared Thanksgiving meals together, and News 3's Waylon Walls-Parker went to Murfreesboro to see how folks there were celebrating. The Ministerial Alliance also handed out meals today. They were over at the Carterville Community Center. You could eat there in person, you could get your food to go, or you could even have it delivered to you. Here's what one volunteer says meals like today's mean to her. Now, to learn more about community dinners like these, or really anything that's going on locally, you can always go to our website. We have a community calendar section there, and then that way you can stay up to date with what's going on around town wherever you are. Of course, that's on our website, WSILTV.com. And all of our governors are wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker posted on Facebook today. He says, quote, "We have so much to be grateful for this year as we celebrate everything that brings us together." He goes on to say, "I'm thankful for my family and loved ones, the people of Illinois, and the opportunity to serve our state every day as your governor," end quote. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear also posted, "This is him and his family." He says he couldn't be more grateful for how amazing Kentucky is. He also says he's thinking of people who aren't around anymore and that his family is praying for others who are missing a loved one this Thanksgiving. He says he wants you to know that you are not alone in that. Carson and the First Lady also had a message for Missourians. They sat down and filmed a short clip of what they're thankful for, and that includes a new addition to their family, their first grandbaby. Here's more from them. And on that note, we want to take a minute here to just let you know that if you're struggling today or didn't have the best Thanksgiving, you are seen, your feelings are valid, and we are thinking of you too. Well, tonight, AAA says Sunday is going to be one of the busiest travel days. So if you don't need to be out, you might just want to stay at home. Now, the weather, though, could impact millions of people's plans. Justin Finch has a closer look. And lots of folks will be doing their Christmas shopping this weekend. Black Friday is tomorrow, and we have a few tips from experts over at Forbes if you're going out shopping. They say you should set a budget. It's the best thing you can do to make sure you don't overspend. It's also not a bad idea to research things that you're shopping for and maybe shop around for deals. You can also look at reviews and make sure that what you're spending money on is worth it. Prioritize your list too. Keep track of the things you need and keep track of the things that you can maybe skip out on. And they say that you should be cautious actually of doorbuster deals because they say that sometimes they're not all that great and they can sometimes come with more of a hassle than it's worth. Well, some Kentuckians had to spend Thanksgiving at hotels. A train derailed just south of Lexington, and first responders say there was a fire in some of the train cars and it released a toxic gas. It could be a while until it's safe for folks to go back. Governor Andy Beshear did issue a state of emergency. He also says, quote, "Due to the train derailment, many families are displaced for Thanksgiving. Please think about them and pray for a resolution that gets them back to their homes," end quote. Governor Beshear also says he wants to thank all of the first responders who are helping with that train derailment today on Thanksgiving. And in more local headlines tonight, a Belleville man is in jail for being in sexual contact with a minor. Police say they arrested 38-year-old Thomas Connor III. They had been investigating him since July of last year. He's accused of sexually assaulting someone who's younger than 17, and he faces several charges for that. He had a detention hearing yesterday, and he was ordered to stay in jail. A local pizza joint will close its doors later this month. Station 73 Pizza and Pub opened in Royalton in February, so just about 10 months ago. The owners have thanked everyone for their support. They say they've had amazing employees and customers since they've been open. They'll shut down for good on November 30th. Well, there's a new push tonight to help Illinois go green. Governor Pritzker made that announcement this week. He says $25 million is available in Equitable Energy Future grants. Here's how they work. Places can apply for the grants and use them to transition to renewable or clean energy. Governor Pritzker says low-income and disadvantaged areas will be prioritized in that selection process. Well, tonight there are a few recalls you should know about, and one of them is a Thanksgiving staple. You might even be thinking about using it for your leftovers. We'll have more on those stories just ahead here.